Hello, good afternoon, students. How are you all? Today we are going to start the first lesson of geography, and in that the name of the lesson is distributional map. Okay. Subject geography. And the name of the lesson is distributional map. Okay, so distributional map. In this map we are going to see exactly the distribution. So before that, I want to introduce our syllabus, what we are going to learn over here. So distributional maps, endogenetic movements, exogenetic process part 1, exogenetic process part 2, and precipitation, the properties of seawater, international dateline, international economics, trade, urbanization, transport and communication, and tourism. These are all points we are going to see in this academic year. And for the studying geography, we must have some skills that already I told you, that observation skill, analysis, synthesis, critical thinking, and the scientific thinking also important for the study of geography subject. Okay, now we will proceed towards our first lesson. The name of the lesson is distributional maps. Distributional maps. So exactly there is a meaning in the distributional map. In that title, we have to distribute a particular variable in various sections, so that we are going to see today. Okay, we will continue. You have studied district, state and country maps in the earlier classes in the environmental studies and geography subject. The main aim of the map is to show the location of the place and distribution of variables. The main aim of maps is to show the location of a place and distribution of variables. Some maps are prepared with special themes. Some maps are prepared with special themes. Such maps are called thematic maps. Through such maps, distribution of various variables in regions is shown. Distribution of temperature, rainfall, population, etc. is shown on map according to the data of these variables. These maps are useful to explain the distribution of these variables in the region. Such maps easily bring out patterns of distribution. To draw the distributional maps, we need statistical data of variables. Distribution can be shown in three following ways of the map. So which three ways are there that we are going to see? Three methods are there. First one is dot method. Dot method. Second one, we are going to see correlate method. And third one is isolate method. Okay, here we are going to see all three methods. So first one is dot method. We are going to see a dot map is prepared using statistical data. While preparing dot maps, only the data gathered through the counting is used. So whatever data is countable, that data we are using for the dot method. The way of variable is distributed throughout the region. The dots are used to show the distribution on map. For example, the population of the particular region and the distribution of the cattle. So in dot method we using dots to show the particular number of population or cattle. So that quantity we showing into the maps by putting the dots. Okay, the next one we are going to see. To show distribution through dot method, the value of dot has to be determined. To do that, the lowest and highest value of the given variable in a region are taken into the consideration. Accordingly, the number of dots are determined. Also, we need to consider the size of dot, the density of the variable, and the scale of the map. The exact scale, the area of the map, and so we have to decide the density of the map. And also we have to determine, we have to fix the value of the dot. Suppose one dot we are giving into that, so it can represent for the 10,000 population. Another, suppose largest dot is there, that can represent for the 1 lakh population. Okay, so this type of dots we are deciding or determining their actual value we are fixing there. Next one we are going to see. Accordingly, the number of dots determined. Also we need to consider the size of dot, the density of a variable, and the scale of the map. Size of dot also important. Suppose large dot is there, the size, the value of the dot also automatically increased. The number of dots to be given for the value of variable in such administrative unit needs to be decided first. The following precautions should be taken while using the dot method for the map. So what kind of precautions we have to take for while preparing for the dot method, while preparing map by using dot method? So what kind of precautions we have to take, that we will see now first. The size of dot should be uniform. So size should be perfect. Next, the distribution of physiography, water sources, transport system, etc. of a region should be considered while placing on a map. So while placing a dot on a map, we have to consider the physiography, means physical area, hilly area, mountain, river banks, whatever lakes are there, that all we have to mention into the map. Next one, while showing the population distribution, rural population is shown by the dot and circles are used to urban population. So basically we can see that in a rural area there is a less population, the rare population is already there, and whatever high populated areas are there in city, so mainly for that we are using the large type of dots we are using for showing the more population, highest population. Okay, the dot method is most suitable for the variable which is freely scattered across the region. So dot method we are using for the freely scattered area. For example, suppose regarding to population, cattle, regarding to the any other substances or other things that are scattered whole over the city, for measuring that, for showing that into the map, we are using the dot method. Okay. Next one we are going to see, make a friends with a map. Figure number 1.1, the population distribution map Amravati district is given. Answer the given questions by reading the distribution map shown by the dot method. So two maps are given here by using dot method. Now next method we are going to see choropleth method. Choropleth method. So next one we are going to see choropleth method. Okay, what method is this exactly? Choropleth method we are going to see. Exactly in this maps, the data regarding various geographical variables is shown by the shades, tints, or the various colors. Three things are here: shades, either we are using shades, colors, or tints. These two things, any one thing we use for the showing a particular tint in a choropleth method. Okay, now see what again characteristics are there for the choropleth method. While making such maps, the data used for different variables is obtained through the various processes such as measurement, surveying, etc. Suppose you are using the data for making your correlate map, preparing correlate map. For that, you must have the data which is currently or well measured or well surveyed data you have to use for the correlate map. Next one, in this method only one value is given into the sub-administrative unit in the region. The smallest and largest value of a given data, the variable are taken into the consideration. Only one subject, for example, we will take only one subject we will take for the correlate method. We will take one example for this. So here we have got the one of the map of regarding correlate map. So what density of population? Density of population. So density of population, if we want to show, then we have to use only one subject. We don't have to put any other subject like transport system or the other physical area. We don't have to show in that map. Next one, okay, we are going to see now. So next one is, in this method only one value is given to the sub-administrative unit in the region. The smallest and the largest values of the given data variable are taken into the consideration. After the 5 or 7 classes are made, each class is assigned a tint of some color or black and white patterns. So 5 or 7 tints are made, and that tints are used with the shades of the color. Means if suppose high population is there in the city area, then dark color tint is used for that. And suppose less population is there, rare population is there, so very faint color tint is used for that. But in between moderate, in middle, so which is a moderate color is there, not so high, so dark and not so faint. So that color is used for the in between that. So only one color is used, but their different shades are used into the correlate map. Okay. So the shades or the patterns become darker with the increasing values of the given variable and drawn accordingly on the map in a given classification. In figure number 1.2 and figure number 1.2b, the population density maps of Amravati district using the color shade and black and white patterns also are used in 1.2b map. You can see there shown in any map in detail. Answer the following questions. So questions are there, you have to answer to that questions after. Now we are going to see next point, isoplate method. Which one is that? Isoplate method. This method, what exactly that we are going to see now. Okay. Okay students, now we are going to see the next point, isoplate method. So isoplate method exactly what? You can see counter maps and isobar maps in earlier classes. In these maps, the distribution was shown with the help of lines showing equal values. Okay, lines were used to show the equal value. So when the distribution of variable is continuous, the isoplate method is used to show the distribution. For example, altitude, temperature, rainfall, etc. So any continuous variable is there which the variable will be continued. For rainfall will continue, temperature also will be continue, and also the altitude also will be continue. So for that purpose, the isoplate method is used. For these maps, we need to obtain the accurate data regarding the altitude, temperature, rainfall, etc. Okay, some places in the region, it is assumed that the differences between the altitude or rainfall of two places changes the uniform rate. So rainfall and altitude also changes on particular rate. The the sub-administrative units are not taken into the consideration here. So any other sub-administrative units also not taken in this type of method. Statistical data belongs to the respective places. Such data is known as point related data. Suppose you are collecting the information about the highest rainfall in Manipur and Meghalaya. So you are collecting that data related to that particular place, that is called point related data. So okay, so next one, values of variable are written on the map at their respective locations. If the data for more places is available, mapping of the distribution can be done more accurately. On the basis of this information, isoplate maps are prepared using the steps below. So what steps we are going to use for the preparing isoplate map, that we are going to see now. By the considering the highest and the lowest value of the variable, the class interval is decided. Draw the isoplate map, which in turn decide the difference between the lines. So one of the class interval is decided. Means here we will see Amravati district average annual rainfall map is there, used used into that the isoplate map. So the 900 millimeter average class interval is decided. Lines are drawn for decided intervals. Locations with the some values are joined by the line. Next, following conclusions are drawn on the basis of maps prepared in a such way. Okay, if the lines are closer to each other, then the change in their variable is steep, and if lines are away from each other, then it is a gentle. Suppose lines are each other, they are close to the one another, so there is a steep, there is a same rainfall average, and if lines are far away from the particular area, so there is a gentle rainfall, we can say in that, you can say in particular region. So we get an idea of an annual trend of the distribution of a variable with the help of this map. Okay, see figure number 1.3, Amravati district map. Okay, now next point we are going to see, we will prepare a map using dot method, carry out the following activity. Activity is given for you. Next one we are going to see the geographical field visit. Okay, next point we are going to see geographical field visit. So the main idea we will get to know about from the field visit, and the main subject here we are going to see geographical. So field visit, we have to visit a particular field. For that, what kind of preparation, what kind of planning we need, that all things we are going to see now. Okay. Geographical field visit. Field visit is an important study method in geography. Geographical concepts and elements can be directly experienced through the field visit. Field visits are extremely useful for understanding the correlation between the humans and environment. First point is that field visit is very important to study the method of geography. Next, geographical concepts and elements can be directly experienced. Suppose you are going on directly on the field, now I am telling you information about the suppose I will tell about the Mount Everest, but it is better to you will go there on the spot, you will get information, you will get experience, directly live experience, and you will get more knowledge. So it is a practical knowledge to you, so it is a very beneficial. Okay, so we will get a practical experience. Field visits are extremely useful for understanding the correlation between humans and environment. So extremely useful for the understanding the correlation between what is the exact relation between the human being and between the environment. So why it is necessary to protect the environment and maintain the balance of it? So we need to understand the relation between human and environment. Okay. Okay, geographical field visit. In that preparation for the field visit. So while step forwarding for the field visit, what kind of precaution, preparation, what material, what exact planning we have to do that what we are going to see now. So before going to field visit, decide the place and the purpose of the field visit. So objective, the motto behind the field visit. So what you are exact going to know, what exact information you want, that information you have to just decide, fix it, and then proceed for the field visit. And another one reason that the place you have to decide, particular place according to your motto you have to decide and proceed for the field visit. Next one, the elements which will be observed in a field visit should be decided. The elements, what things you are going to observe in a field visit, that should be first decided, and then you have to note down all those things. Next one, distance, transport route, and also study the location map and the route map of the place to be visited. So exactly the location map, exact your field, which is on what location it is. So you have to find out the location, and also you have to find out the exact route, through which route you are going there, reaching there. So that also already decided. Next one, we are going to see that the distance, transport route, means of transport, and duration of field visit also determined. You have to decide. So what exact route, after that which transport, by vehicle, bus, railway, aeroplane, whatever method, whatever medium you are using for the reaching on particular field, that should be decided. And the next one, means of route of transport and duration of field visit should be planned ahead. Before you start the journey, you have to plan for the duration of time. Means you are going for 5 hours, 6 hours, and you are returning into that. So this duration must be decided before going to the field visit. Okay, with the help of teachers, students should prepare a questionnaire. Very important aspect, very important point, that is when you are going on a particular place, that time you are observing all kind of things, you are asking questions for their neighbor or particular people who are living there related to that particular field. That time the questionnaire you must have with you, and you start asking the question and note down the answers. Okay, here we have studied the preparation for the field visit. Now next one, selection of the study area. So selection of the study area. So what kind of area we have to select? Geographical area or any other areas for our study, that we will going to see now. Geographical field visit is organized for a study various elements. So we can organize geographical field visit for the study various elements. Which elements we have to study? See, the physical landforms, river banks, dams, coastal areas, tourism sites, offices or museums related to geographical elements. Villages, forest areas, etc. Elements should be selected after studying the local conditions and the necessary permission. Letters have to be obtained. So these all things, these elements should be observed, and we have to note down the things regarding to these all elements. For the field visit, you should carry notebook, specimen, questionnaire, pen, pencil, scale, tape, compass, a bag for collecting samples, maps, camera. These all instruments and things you have to keep with you, carry with you for the field visit. Next we are going to see, it is very important. See, precaution to be taken during the field visit. What kind of precaution, what kind of care we have to take about our health, about our friends, about our teachers, everyone's. So for precaution, what we have to take, that we are going to see now. It is very important to ensure safety of ourselves and other during the field visit. You should obey the instructions given by the teachers, and you should not go to unknown remote places alone. So unknown remote places, which are the remote places, the dangerous places for you, that places are not included into your field visit. So that are all are unknown places, so you should not have to go there. Okay, and you have to strictly follow the instructions given by your teachers. During the field visit, you should try to understand the local circumstances by the conversing with the local people. Local circumstances. So what the transaction is taking place between the local people, what exactly they things are doing there, what kind of rules and regulations are there, what kind of tradition they are following. So all these things you have to mention in your notebook. You have to ask questions regarding to that people and note down your diary. Okay. So next one, you should also ensure that you do not harm the environment in the way of during the field visit. Do not cut the trees, branches, or the fruits of from the environment. You don't have to harm the environment. Do not throw any, or do not carry also any plastic bags, bottles, and do not throw on open places. These all things you have to keep in your mind and work on it. Okay, so you should not have to harm to the environment. So next one, very important, you should always keep a first aid box with you for the emergency circumstances. So for emergency conditions, you have to always keep a first aid box with you. This is the precaution you have to take for during the field visit. Okay. Okay, in this we are going to see what exactly the report writing. Very important aspect, very important point, the last point in this. Okay, so what in this we are going to see, the field report should be written on the basis of information obtained after the visit is complete. Use the following issues to make a report. Add photographs wherever necessary. Okay. So points I am going to read now. Introduction, first point. Second, location, map and route map. Physiography, climate, population, environmental problems and measures, land utilization and conclusions. Okay, these are all points are must be included into the while writing the report. Okay. So one by one I will explain all these points. Okay, first point is that introduction. So what will come into the introduction? So the name of the field visit, name of the field you are going to visit, what material you are going to take for the field visit, and also you little bit introduce about your motto, what kind of information you are trying to get with that field visit, that you have to mention into the introduction. Next one, location map and route map. Very essential factor. Location map, you must have a knowledge. You have to put in a report, you have to write in report the exact location the field is situated on that particular place or dash direction. On dash direction you can have to mention there. And route, through which route you are going to, the roadways, railways, and through which villages you are crossing, which bridges, which river you are going to cross, and you are reaching on the particular field. That also you have to mention into your report writing. Okay, location map and route map over. Now physiography, exactly how physiography is there. The hilly area is there, or plateau area is there, desert is there, or cold atmosphere is there, hot atmosphere is there. All things regarding the climate and atmosphere and about the physiography, about the particular area, you have to give information into the report writing. Next one, we are going to see climate. Hot, temperature or cold, weather, about information about the weather conditions you have to mention in your report writing. Next one, population. So what exactly high population is there or rare population is there, the area belongs into the city section or belongs into the rural section, that also according to that you have to exactly tell the number of population which living into that particular area. Next point, environmental problems and measures. So environmental problems, so what kind of environmental problems are facing by the nearest people, neighboring people from that field. So suppose there is a problem of pollution, or maybe there is a problem of air is not clean, so what kind of measures it is necessary to plant the trees, or is it necessary we need to do something different there? So that measures you should suggest into the report writing. Next point we are going to see environmental problems and measure over land utilization. So whatever land field you are going to see, the particular field, so that land, how it should be utilized for the particular work. The land is used for that this work or that work, or what is a good use for that of that land, you have to suggest into the report. So last point is conclusion. Conclusion, in that you have to mention your own opinion, you have to write your own opinion regarding to field visit, what exactly information you got, what measures you have suggested, and what you thinking about yourself regarding to this field visit. You have to write your own opinion into the conclusion. These all points we have to mention into while writing report writing. Okay students, here we have finished our this lesson, but few aspects we are going to see, few important points are necessary to discuss and necessary to complete that are remain from the lesson. Few maps are there and the questions also that we also now we are going to discuss now, and before that one of the activity also is given into the lesson, that also we are going to see now. But the first point we are going to see the questions based on the map. So in that one, first map regarding Amravati district, distribution of the population. See the index I am going to read rural. This map is regarding to the rural population. Means Amravati district. So for the rural, we have here going to see the one dot. One dot is used for the each dot 10,000 population. Each dot represent for the 10,000 population. Population of main cities 50,000. So the size of dot also increase. Again 1 lakh. Again size of dot is also increased. 2 lakhs. Again size of dot little bit increased. Again 5 lakhs. So again the dot. See regarding the map, what is the population of the Amravati town? So here we are going to see exact the population of Amravati town. So here 5 and 2 7 and 1 8. Okay, so near 17 to 18,000 18 lakh population we can, not exactly that much, 8 to 9 lakh population we can exactly get between that into Amravati district. Next one we are going to see, name the place having population of 1 lakh on the map. So 1 lakh population here shown into the map. So the name of the place is Achalpur. So Achalpur city is having 1 lakh population. So that's why we are using little bit more increased size of the circle, means dot. Okay. Next one, third question. Which part of the map shows spare distribution of the population? So which part shows the spare, means a rare population, less population shows. So northernmost part means northernmost part also, and northwest part of the Amravati district shows the rare spare population. Now next question regarding to the next map, Amravati district density of population. The map method is used choropleth map. Okay, so name few questions are there. Name the taluka having the population density between 301 and 400 person per square kilometer. So taluka names we are going to see. Okay. So here Daryapur, Chandrabazar, Moshi, Varad, Dharmi, okay, Achalpur, Anjangaon, Surji. These are the cities which have 300 to 400 population. Okay. Next question: what is the density of Amravati taluka? So density of population per square kilometer. Here we can see the exact density near is 400 kilometer per square kilometer. Next one: name the talukas having population density less than 300 persons per square kilometer. So less than 300 means 201 to 300 we are going to see. So the talukas Chikaldara, okay, Warud, Namangaon Railway, Ivasa, again Nandangaon, Khandeshwar. These are the cities. Okay. Next we are going to see regarding to the next map. Questions are here regarding to isoplane map. In which part of the district is rainfall more? So in Amravati district, northernmost part, northwest part, we are going to see which having the highest rainfall section. Okay. Next question regarding to this only. In which direction is the rainfall decreasing? Okay. In south direction the rainfall is decreasing. Okay. Next question: what is the lowest value of rainfall in the district? So lowest value of the rainfall is 800 mm is mentioned into this Amravati district. Okay. So next map we are going to see map figure number 1.4, density of population. In that first question, in which direction is the density of population decreasing? Okay. So here we are going to see less than 200. So in which direction density of population going to decrease? In west and north direction density of population getting decreased. Means northwest direction and south direction the density of population getting decreased. Next question regarding to this: name the talukas with a population density less than 200. So less than 200 we are going to see the city names, taluka name: Chandigarh, Azra and Shahuwadi. These are three talukas, and also Gaganbauda. These are the three talukas from Kolhapur district. They having less than 200 population area per square kilometer, density per square kilometer. Next question: the name the talukas having population density between 200 to 200 and 400. So 200 and 4 more between 200 and 400. So the name of talukas: Radhanagari, Gargoti, and next one, okay, this only Radhanagari and Gargoti having the 200 to 400 density of population area per square kilometer. Okay. Next question in this: in which direction are the okay, name the talukas with a population density more than 400. Now we are going to see more than 400 the density of population areas per square kilometer. Okay, so the name of talukas is Panara, Hakkanangle, Shirod, Kolhapur and Gadhinglaz. These are the talukas having the density more than 400 area per square kilometer. Okay. Next question: in which direction are the talukas having higher density of population located in the district? So in the northeast direction and east direction having a more population into the Kolhapur district. Okay. Now next one we are going to see which method has been used to preparing this map. The choropleth method is used for the preparing this map. Okay. Okay students, now we are going to see the last map from this lesson, Kolhapur district average annual rainfall. Okay, about this what we are going to see now. In which direction is the rainfall more in the district? So in which direction highest rainfall? In the west direction, the highest rainfall in Kolhapur district. Okay. Next question we are going to see, in which direction is the rainfall decreasing? So less rainfall. In the east direction, the density, the average of rainfall is decreasing. Okay. So talukas I will tell you here. Hakkanile, Kolhapur Taluka, Kagal, Karvir Taluka, Kolhapur city, and Gadhinglas also. It will come into this section. And Chandigarh and Azra, these also cities will come for the less average of the rainfall. Next question, which class shows low rainfall category in the district? The 600, the first class of the tent, 600 mm shows the less rainfall in this map. Next one, which class shows the high rainfall category in the district? Okay, so the 2400 millimeter, fifth class shows the highest rainfall into the Kolhapur district. Now one last question from this, which method has been used in preparing this map? For preparing this map, use isoplate method is used for the preparing this map. So here we exactly got information regarding this to the three methods into the distributional map, and we exactly correctly we understood which method we have to use for what type of map, and using our explaining or distributing for the particular variable. Okay. Now we are going to see one of the activities given here for us that we are going to see. Now we will prepare a map using a dot method. Carry out the following activity. So for that we are going to see what information is given here. See the map of Nandurbar given in figure number 1.6 carefully. Draw it on another paper or tracing a paper along with its taluka and district boundaries. Okay. Now see the population table given along with the map. On the basis of statistical data, decide the value of a dot considering the highest and lowest value. Okay. So we will take, suppose we will take one dot. For one dot, this we will decide 10,000 value for one dot, and again if value is increased, again we will give 1 lakh. Okay. Yes. So this type of value we have to determine first for the particular map, highest and lowest. Suppose we will make next one also. For that we have to prepare. Suppose this dot we use for 2 lakh. 2 lakh. So this type of highest and lowest value we have to decide first. Okay. Next one we are going to see in this. The table is given of the rural population and the urban Nandurbar district, that table we are going to see now. Okay, here name of the talukas and rural population. Here serial number, S number, serial number 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Here we will take another 6. Okay, in that talukas rural population. So R population. So rural population. So first taluka Akkalkuwa. So what is the exact population given here? 2,15,974. 2,15,974. Next taluka Akarni. Akarni taluka is there. Akarni taluka is there. 1,89,661. Okay, next taluka Taloda taluka is there. Taloda. In Marathi it is pronounced as Taloda. So 1,33,000. 291. Okay, 291. Next, Shahada taluka is there. Shahada 346,352. Okay, next one, Nandurbar city. Nandurbar city area 2,56,409. 2,56,209. And last one, 6, Nawapur is Nawapur 134. So here we are going to see what exactly we have to do. First we have determined all value for the 10,000, for 1 lakh, which dot we have to use. Okay, from this 6 we will find out which is the lowest populated taluka. So here we will see exactly this one, 1,33,291, which is the lowest value. And next we are going to see the highest from this Shahada having the highest value 3,46,352, which is the highest density of the population. Okay, this will come on first rank, and then on second position here we will see 2,56,000. On third position exactly the 2,31,000, and fourth position 2,15,000. And on fifth position 1,89,000, and yes, and one is last lowest I told you, sixth one 1,33,291. So these three are determined fixed with their values that we have to mention into the taluka district of Nandurbar. We have to put the value of the population. For example, 1 dot for 10,000 people, so that you can decide how many dots to be given to each sub-administrative units. Now next point, to draw dots of a uniform size, take a ball pen, refill, close the back end of the refill with a cotton, press this end on the stamp pad and draw the imprints of the dots whenever required. So you have to take one refill, ball pen refill, close the back end of the refill with the cotton. You have to put cotton into the back side of the refill, and that you have to press on the stamp, and that you have to put on the map, and then exact whatever the exact dot is there, you have to draw with the imprints of the dots wherever required. Next point, while placing the dots, consider the physiography, water sources, roads, rails, talukas and district headquarters as shown in the map. So these all already points are shown, that also we have to consider into this map. And next one, so compare your dot map with other students and arrange the discussion on this point. So on this class, discussion on in the class. So you have to see afterward in which area, in which section, in which physiography the highest density is there of population and lowest density is there of the population. Okay, so here we have studied very well, we have understood and how we are using the distributional map with the three methods: dot method, choropleth method and isopleth method. We have studied very well and we have to prepare the map. And still, if you have any query, doubt regarding to the lesson, regarding to any question, you can ask me free of mind. We will surely discuss on that, and I will tell you answer definitely. Okay, thank you so much.